EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They toss it to Warren. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Steelers at 2-11 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Fryermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
To throw is Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Play action. It's Darnold. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. straight ahead, Walker. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Darnold. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43. Strike. Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here we go. Black 40. Black. Yellow. Zoom.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Red. Ready. Red, 38.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darnell Washington, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. An extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Seahawks, nothing. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard after the 49. You look at this Steeler defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Darnold from the gun. That one caught. It's Horton. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ready, set.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Blue, 32. Set.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
45, one. Ready?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black, 95. Edo blue.
Now back to throw. Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And running with power here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
A give for Walker running right. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Darnold. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Torrey Horton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Go now. Blue, red, 38. Ready.
2nd and 11. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue, 32. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Darnold. It is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Walker going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's Darnold. And it's caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Chad Ryland to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air, really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Off of play action, Darnold.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
50, green.
Back to throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Come on, set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. A full left side taken in by Kmet. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Goodson on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Play action. It's Darnold. Now a run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. His dad certainly had a few of these. Joey Porter Jr. there for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've got their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Now Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
On first down, Goodson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Goodson. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And in nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A pitch comes to Walker. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
On 3rd and short to give it to tight end. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow, 43. Set.
Boston is there and brings in another one. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
60 red.
Out of the gun now on third down.
And a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Come on, set. Ready?
Warren will try the right side.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green. Hunt.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Here's 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Darnold to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they had, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Darnold now to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Steelers 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
Black. Down. Yellow, 22. Cut.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
10 black. Ready.
He's back to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. This is 1st and 10.
Green Jack. Here we go, set. Blue, 32.
He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Here comes 2nd down.
33, yellow. Set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.